We are live and we are recording.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, but let's see about chats. And the live stream chat is right there. Okay.
Well, it is 7:35. We've waited long enough.
I think yes.
Okay, so
Hi everyone. And welcome to the reintroductory
yes,
episode of the 50s Chicks. Clink. We're back.
We're back. Okay, so we were gone. I don't know if anyone noticed.
We were goners.
For what?
We were cut.
We were cut. They cut us deep.
Taken down.
They cut us deep.
Yep.
One day we were here.
And then we were gone.
And we were gone. I wonder if anyone noticed.
I know you did.
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
So we're here today. This is our first live.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're okay if we don't get any viewers, whatever. It's our first time. And we just wanted to let you guys know what happened. Because we had no way. Well, I guess we could have posted it on Facebook or something like that. I mean, we could have. But I don't know if there's like the people.
Yeah, I don't know.
The subscribers are also on Instagram or whatever. But anyway, we just wanted to use this opportunity to let you guys know what happened and why we were gone, and let you know that we're back, and tell you the whole story.
Traumatic story.
And also tell you about some updates.
Yeah.
Is it updates or changes?
Updates
to the channel that we're thinking about. We're tossing around ideas. We're coming up on 500 subscribers, and we're going to start, moving toward 1,000, toward monetization. And we just want to get things going and moving.
Mm-hmm. And I think this will be helpful for anybody out there who has a YouTube channel that may have been
cut. As far as what to do, because yes, we were terminated, but we're back. So we could I'll definitely go through the process as far as how we were able to come back out of the grave.
And I think we learned that with YouTube, this is, of course, just what I think happened was that maybe somebody, put in, a complaint of some sort.
Oh.
And I think that YouTube just cuts it.
Yeah, without any investigation.
Because they're like, well, we're just going to cut it. If somebody, comes back and argues it, then we'll investigate. But other than that, it's easier for them to just cut you and then
go
see
through the trouble.
Exactly, because that's a lot of research to do. So instead, they just cut you, and then they see where the chips may fall. So
yes, and they're whatever. But I don't think they have a lot of consideration for people, because I was able to be in contact via Twitter, different people who have had this happen, and also on YouTube itself, people have videos about this thing. So it does happen, regular enough for people to have made videos and things about it.
I'm guessing they must have some keywords, though, as far as
there are,
for what cuts people,
because
is what sexual explicit stuff.
But see, here's
what
the thing:
other things?
If you violate
bad language
guidelines, that's the reason. And I guess for us, and because I read them all after. I did not. I did not read them before because I was like, I'm not doing any of that stuff. So I didn't bother, but I went through and read all of them thoroughly.
So what are some of the things that
the community guidelines?
What are some of the like key things that from the community guidelines that could get through?
Yes, fraud. Some type of fraud,
scam.
Yeah, any scamming, fraud. Yeah. You can sexual explicit behavior, bullying, harassing, child sexual stuff. You can get terminated for that. And I think there is maybe a couple more that you also could get in trouble for. More techie. There's some tech stuff. Okay. That you could get in trouble for using someone else's, what do you call it? Their work product, their videos and things like that. You could get terminated for that. So copyright. That's copyright violation.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
So if you have somebody else's music on, but you haven't paid to have it, or you don't have their permission to use it,
then that could be a copyright violation. And the way, this is all the stuff that I've learned, is that there are two ways that they would strike you down. It could be like an algorithm thing, like a bot scenario, and it can be human. And they didn't go into detail as far as what the human consisted of, but I know that you can be reported. Humans can report you. So,
and that's the question too. Do you know how humans do report people?
Well, when I was on Twitter, they were doing it all up and down Twitter. I mean, there's a process for reporting, and they encourage you to do that. When I was reading all the things and all the stuff, but I will go into what happened to us as we're sitting there minding our own business, doing our day-to-day like we normally do. Yeah. One day I'm sitting there, I go into the channel and it has a thing saying it's some kind of error thing, error message.
I think I even saw the error message. Yes. I did see the error message.
And I was confused, but I hit it again because I'm like, this is silly. I hit it again and it did it again. And now I'm thinking, hey, wait, so I checked the email and there was that email message. There was an email notification. And I looked at the time of the notification. It was like within, 30 minutes of me checking. So they zapped that thing and sent the email, or sent the email first and then zapped it. No time in between.
And the interesting part, I thought, was that there was no warning. Like, I expected there to be a warning, like, oh, you can't be doing this, or avoid that. Yeah. But no, it was
that. And it said, and when first I looked on my phone and it was that error thing. And then I went to the computer and it said, this channel has been permanently deleted.
Permanent.
And I was like, I grabbed my pearls. I'm like, oh my gosh, what in the world? What could have happened? And I started thinking, okay, well, who turned us in? Like, who did it? Who did it? I started right away because
thinking how the narcs could be out there,
like the haters and all the troll. I'm thinking, who did this horrible, heinous thing? And then I went through all the stages of grief. I was in denial, and then I, actually looked at the letter, read it through, which I am going to read it in a few minutes. But I read it through and it said, I'm just letting you know, we've removed. I think they said removed your channel based off violation of X, Y, and Z. And then it goes through, the letter goes on, and it tells you, because for people that this has happened to, or if it's currently happened to you now, in the letter it gives you, or if it happens in the future, in the letter it tells you the appeal process. You have the opportunity to appeal. There are two things that you can do. One is appeal, and I'll read on the letter when I read it what the other thing is. And it gives you a link to the appeal. I mean, everything is in the letter.
However, it wasn't specific though as to
what yeah, it doesn't
what
give any
did you do to make to qualify for that. It doesn't tell you that specifically. It's just
and you're going to want to know that, and it's not going to tell you.
Yeah, it's in general.
Right. That's a good point. It doesn't go into all that, but it does tell you all the things, where you can go to appeal. The appeal form is right there on the letter. You click the link and you do your appeal. You just put in demographic information, your URL, which they include on the letter, which is handy, because you can't use your channel URL, not the one with your name, like the 50 Chicks. That's not the URL. It's the other one.
Right.
And they had it there because I wouldn't have known where to get it. And you put that in the appeal, and the appeal, the place where you type in the information, it is only 1,000 characters. So it's not a lot. But I put some stuff in there. I was like, we didn't do any of this, blah, blah, blah. I was what they call crashing out. I was spiraling. And so I put, we didn't do any of that, blah, blah, blah. And then I sent it. And it sent a thing back saying that, it's 2 business days before they even look at it. And they will email with whatever. And
now, mind you, this happens to people that have channels that are monetized.
Yes.
That have thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. So of course, we were upset, but I can imagine.
Yes, that's your money.
Like,
that's
some
your
people,
income.
even that's their job. That's their income. That's how they live. So it's like even huger for them, I'm going to say. It was huge for us, but it would be even worse if you
have money.
If there's money tied to it.
And I was thinking about that. I was upset because of all the work put into it. And then on top of that, if you monetize and that's your income, a source of your income, but the thing of it is, it happens and that's it. There's nothing else it happened and that's it. Because when I searched the videos, which I would recommend for someone, if this happens to you, go through the videos of people that has happened to, because there are some people there that are really, they did videos just to help people. So, and I got a few suggestions that were helpful for me. The one guy, and when I post this live, I'll put the information somewhere. But he calmed me down. It's so funny. Because he knew. He said, calm down, don't go writing anything in the appeal like I did. And he explained that when you do the appeal, that you structure it so that you're answering whatever the violation was. And that was smart. And that's what I did. I broke it down with the violation and all the reasons why it could not have been. And I also included some information that this could have been misconstrued as, So, and so
that was the first thing we did, was we started thinking,
like,
oh my God, could it have been this, could have been that, could have been the other, And we just couldn't think of what it possibly could have been, but we had some thoughts like, what if it was that?
Yes. And so I sent that, and it was a good little, but I did this whole big letter that couldn't fit in the 1,000. And that's why I mentioned it's 1,000 characters. Now, I didn't realize it until I put that whole thing in there and I said, nope. So it's not a whole big soliloquy. It's 1,000 characters.
I don't know how many people YouTube employed to go through these things. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I will say that they really do, I think, rely more on bots and
Yes.
whatnot to
Yes.
do these things, because I don't think they
have, yeah,
have that
can
kind of
imagine how
capacity.
Yeah, and I guess maybe they hope that people just won't
Just save it up.
just will stop. But anyway, but so I did I went back and did a decent appeal, and it sent the thing back again saying what?
Somebody wrote something. That's why YouTube sucks.
Where? I don't see.
Yep. Toshio
Oh,
was saying,
Hi, Toshio.
that's why YouTube sucks.
Well, yeah, but but anyway, so thank you for being here. This is our first live. Thank you. Yay.
Thank you.
Somebody came. But
but yes, that is,
yeah,
it was not a troubling situation.
Troubling. I like that. It was very troubling. Yes.
We were troubled.
I was troubled. I was high key troubled.
Yes.
But
yes.
So I did the proper appeal, and it came back with this thing saying 2 days, blah blah blah. And then the guy in the video, and I wish I didn't write the name down, but he said he also, there's a YouTube teen Twitter that you can tweet.
So are those guys employed by YouTube?
See, I don't know. I mean, it was under YouTube, so I'm assuming. But you can tweet, and so I did that, and there's a whole community of people in the same situation, and there were people that were responding to me saying, YouTube didn't help me, but giving me references to other people that could help.
Oh.
But I did, and even the YouTube team, they responded right away. They did. They said, well,
on Twitter.
Yes, on Twitter. Okay. And they said, they suggested that I appeal. And I said, yes, I already did that, and I've not heard anything. And they said, okay, well, they're responding. Now, I will say, Twitter, you're getting responses. And they said, okay, well, give us your URL, and I'll see what we can do. So I was good with that. So I did that. And there are other people on there, giving information about this person that can help you out. And so I did that. And I also, there's a YouTube help center. Okay. That I went to, and it has where you can ask a question, and I put my letter in it. And I think I did that 3 times.
Oh, the whole letter.
Yeah, I put the whole thing. It took the whole thing. So I did that. And especially for people that are partner, what do you call it? The partners, the YouTube partners that are monetized, they have their own little help situation where they can get more help, I guess, than just the creators. But I did that. I sent like 3 letters there. Now we're going to the next day. I heard nothing back regarding the appeal. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to give it a day. But every day I did a tweet. But I didn't do an appeal. I did another appeal the day after.
And that's when they told you to calm yourself.
No, that was the tweet.
Oh, that was the tweet people.
The Twitter people or the X people. It was the 25th. October 25th is when it happened. And then the 26th, I tweeted. And then the 27th, I did another appeal. Did another tweet, and they said, we hear you. We're doing whatever. But that was like, stop.
But now this kind of stuff doesn't happen to, like the people that do the scam fish. like the big
can happen
the big
too.
time
I'm
people,
telling you,
like the ones that
people-
are actually like on, like always on, like they are like really really high.
if they violated a YouTube guideline, they would be
They
taken
could.
down. Yes, there were people.
But would they first get notices? Something?
We'll see now. That I don't know. Now, the one guy that I got this information from, he had like 200 and something thousand subscribers, and he had a whole website. I mean, he had a whole business.
Oh wow!
And he got taken down.
Wow!
And he was down for 2 weeks.
Oh my god!
We were only down a week. And he
felt
was
like more than a week. It did
I know.
feel like it, but no. Okay.
But anyway, so I'm tweeting back and forth. I'm sending things, and I got information from a helpful friend of a fax number that you could fax. So I faxed the letter there. And then 11:1, I faxed the letter. 11:2, I checked my email, and it said that we were up. We were up. It said we were up. Check the site up.
Now, did they say something like "sorry about that"?
Well,
Or?
I'm going to read. Like I said, I was going to read the letter, but yeah, we got back up, and then the YouTube team tweeted me or messaged me through X, Twitter, whatever, and they said. So I figured they were the ones that helped, because they said, "I see that your channel is back up. Let us know if you need us for anything else." So it was them. And I thank them immensely, and da da da. But so it was the Twitter. So I'm gonna say, for people that this happens to,
the Twitter people are
the
good?
Twitter, tweet it or exit or whatever they call it. I would keep, because I was doing that every day. I was sending them messages every day.
Now, as far as, because now you're read up on all the do's and don'ts, but as far as language, because you said, well, bots I think can take you down if you use, because they'll pick up on the
language,
bad language,
vulgar language, profanity. Yes.
So what are you not allowed? Are you not allowed to use swear words? Like, what is the thing about that?
Well, of course, we all know that people are online.
People
cursing,
are, yes.
But I think if it's to the extent, and you run a risk. If you do it, you run a risk.
Because a bot might pick it up and just...
Right. But I think it's more excessive, like, and I don't even know what it could be, because I've heard some people getting real profane. So, I guess you just run the risk, of doing that.
Right.
But I will read the letter so that y'all can hear what we violated. So that you guys can hear our violation. Like where? Da, da, da. Okay.
Which, of course, wasn't real, but
it was. They said we did it and shut us down. Okay, stop. They said we did it and they shut us down. So, but yeah, it was. But I was surprised to see that there was a community of people helping each other out. I love that. And that's why I wanted to come on here and do the same thing and let people know what they could do if it happens. Because once that thing is cut off, I was like,
it sounds horrible. When they tell you your channel is permanently removed, you think, well, my thought was that everything was gone.
I thought it had disappeared.
Everything was gone.
And I was thinking, so what about our views?
Yeah, like all of
subscribers. I thought it was too. Like, how do you get that?
Well, when it says permanently deleted, like that's your assumption.
I know.
So they shouldn't use that language, I don't think.
And
because
why
that's that's too harsh.
Okay. Now I'm going to have to put up my glasses for this. I'm going to have to. So y'all can hear what we did. Our violation. Okay, it says, we have reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our sex and nudity policy. Sex and nudity, severe and repeated violations. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube. We know this is probably very upsetting news. That was so patronizing. I was like, if y'all don't stop.
Yes.
But it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. If we think a channel severely violates our policies, we take it down to protect other users on the platform. But if you believe we made the wrong call, you can appeal this decision. You will find more information about the policy in question and how to submit an appeal below. And they do. They have everything here. They have the community guidelines there. They have the appeal. They have, learn about our resolution options. And it says the process for responding to an enforcement depends on what action was taken. So, yeah, it depends on that. And they could contact law enforcement, like if you do child sexual stuff.
Okay,
they will contact Homeland Security,
which is okay. I mean, yes, obviously that's a good thing if they.
But yeah, so that was what they said, that we violated the nudity. What did I say? Sexual. Oh, what was it? Sex and nudity policy. I'm like, what? What are you talking? What?
When did we do that?
Yeah. What? And
I missed that one.
I was thinking, oh my gosh, I went to Amsterdam and did the vlog in Amsterdam. I was thinking, was that it with the bakery goods? I thought about that.
Yeah.
But yes. Now the letter that they sent to say that it was back up, it said, which I thoroughly appreciated them doing, and they did it on the weekend. Now, when you do your appeal, they'll say it's 2 business days. And I never got a response to any of those appeals, other than to say that it would be
they received it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But they never said what the outcome was. Where is it? Oh, Saturday. Saturday. Oh, here it is. Okay, it says, we're pleased to let you know that we've recently reviewed your YouTube account, and after taking another look, we can confirm.
They didn't take a first look.
Another look.
They didn't take a first
We can confirm that it was not in violation of our terms of service. We have lifted the suspension, which before we said terminated.
Yeah, terminated. That's totally different.
We have lifted the suspicion to your account, and it is once again active and operational. We would like to thank you for your patience while we reviewed this case. Our goal is to make sure content doesn't violate our community guidelines, so that YouTube can be a safe place for all. And sometimes we make mistakes trying to get it right. We hope you understand, and we're sorry for any inconvenience or frustration this has caused. Which I appreciate the letter. And yes, and I was happy to see it. And then we were back up, and I was happy. And we are going to be, as a result of that, that is a reality check for us, because, I am going to be more mindful about things, even though that was bogus. If it was a bot, then something it picked up on, yes. I don't know, or a hater, maybe, I don't know.
And now I'll be keeping up with the Spotify, because, if for some reason they take you down on YouTube,
right,
you'll have
still
operate on Spotify and all the other
Yes.
social networking kind of platforms that we have that we can use. So.
Because apparently they can take you down for a mistake. So that is real.
Mhm.
And it doesn't, you don't know how long it will take for you to get back up. And I appreciate that they did honor my requests. You know, I'll give them that. And it was a week. And there was some people, like, it all depends. Like, one guy said that his was back up in 48 hours.
Oh, wow.
So it just depends. And then the other guy, he said 2 weeks. And there were some people like 3 months.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. So, and a lot of it is about how you present to them. Like, when I was tweeting in an empathetic way. I was getting my point across, but I wasn't bashing. I wasn't being disrespectful, you know, doing anything like that. And when
It's interesting, though, because, you know, I had a Reddit for a while, and they took me down because I did
violated
you did things. But the thing is, they didn't even give, I guess I will appreciate that YouTube gave you the, you know, here's what you can do with the video. They took me down. There was nothing. It didn't say nothing that I could do about it. It was just gone.
No, but
so it would, I know it was, but I'm still thinking that they should have
could have said something where if you want to do it again,
if you can, this is what you can do to blah blah blah. But there was something like
another thing with YouTube is that when they take your channel down, they also said you cannot do another channel. They said you cannot do another channel, and that letter it also said that.
But how do they?
I don't know how they
regulate that. Oh, using that email,
because you could use a different one. So I don't know if however they found out, they would take it down.
They don't have that many people to patrol their YouTube, so that's crazy.
But you know, I'm gonna do what they say. I'm gonna do what they say. I'm gonna be very careful and mindful of the guidelines. And before, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read them, but I mean, I knew kind of what from listening to other YouTubers what you could and couldn't do. And I knew I wasn't doing anything wrong. But
I think people felt that we were pretty. We didn't use horrible language.
Or do anything
we didn't
vulgar
do anything crazy.
Yeah, but there are also, because I did a deep dive. There are also YouTubers that have been taken down for. I think it's part of the fraud. I think it's where you solicit subs on someone else's channel, like in the comments. Like if you say, you sub me, I'll sub you. Can't do that either. You can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Like you can't say, I'll subscribe to yours if you subscribe.
Okay. Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
That's another thing you can't do. And you can't say, also in your thumbnails, you can't, they won't allow you to do the clickbait. You can't have something in your thumbnail that's not in your video. You cannot clickbait.
Oh.
Yeah. That used to be a thing where I saw a lot of people doing it, but now I guess they cracked down and you can't do that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's some, when you, under the titles of those things, there are specific things that they tell you that you cannot do. I think that falls under the fraud, I think. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can't do.
Wow.
And we're not going to do them. And we didn't do them.
But to move on to new and better things.
Oh, yes. And yeah,
we are going to start doing interviews.
Oh, yes, we are.
We are bringing in interviews.
Yeah, interviewees.
Yeah. Which we have pulled thus far. We are pulling them from Reddit.
Yeah.
Reddit story authors.
Yeah.
However, we're looking anywhere and everywhere for interviewees.
Interested in that, let us know in the comments.
Yes.
And we will contact you.
Yep.
Or DM or email us. The email is on the page.
Yep.
Yeah, if you're interested in doing that, it's just about dating and your experiences and things like that.
Yep.
We are also going to have a Patreon for, to add additional content, and also, we don't want to have just, especially with this situation, we want to have different things out there, so we're going to do a Patreon and try to form a little group. If you're interested in that, we'll keep you posted on that. Is that all we're doing right now?
What else?
The interviews, the Patreon, and
well, we're gonna try to do more live ones as well.
Oh, the lives, yes. We're gonna incorporate lives.
More lives. Yes.
And hopefully we'll get more people to watch us.
Yep.
But yeah, we're doing all that. And hopefully we will get to where we can have 1,000 subscribers.
Yep.
Yeah. So, is that it?
I think that's it.
Anything else? I think that was it.
That's it.
But yeah, that's what happened to us.
Yep.
If anybody was wondering, I know, Jules, she reached out in a comment and she said she wondered what happened. And yeah, but that's what happened. We got shut down.
We got
cut. Yeah.
Who knew? Who ever thunk that we could get cut? We didn't even think we were that.
Okay, we're not at all.
We weren't that kind.
We're not. We're just trying to build a community of wise and wonderful women. And I guess we have some of our subscribership is male. So we are definitely open to male people who support what we're trying to do.
Yes.
In a genuine and real way. Yep. So is that it?
I think that's it. Yes.
Yeah.
So don't forget to subscribe and give us your thumbs up and do your comments.
Yes.
And we are on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. That's all I can think of.
That's it.
And we love all of our subscribers. We want more.
Yes, we do.
And we do look at all of your comments.
Yes, and share the video too if you like it. Share it.
Yes. So until next time, don't forget to live,
laugh,
and connect.
Oh yeah, I can do it. There it is.
Bye.
Bye.